I would like to take some time to consider the first two films in the Harry Potter franchise. That would be the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets. So I've already done a video on the first one, more in depth on the more statistical nature of the film, but here I want to kind of try to dive deeper into these films. The first thing that needs to be said is that for the introduction into the wizarding world, it was really captured in a great way by the director and producers of the film, that being Christopher Columbus at the helm as a director. And the reason this is great and it can be seen in the film is the fact that this is the kind of thing that Christopher Columbus was really well known for, or is really well known for. His background in this type of film into a children's based sort of film is well established with the likes of Home Alone 1 and 2 as well. But here he really captures the essence of these first two films and really brings them alive. He gives it a great atmosphere for all of these films to flow from in the first film as well as the second film. Another great thing about this film is that these films is that they follow on nicely from one another, and that in each of these two films there are key elements working together, such as the actors, the children actors as well. Now, having said that, there are a few interesting things that need to be mentioned, or a few things that kind of need to be accounted for here. One is the fact that both films follow the same structure, just with a tweak here and there. So you have a kind of detective type of scenario going on in both of them. The only difference is that the first one is a human. Well, in both of them, Lord Voldemort is trying to take over the school. In the first one, it is by means of accomplishing a feat of trying to get a precious type of commodity to bring himself back to life, as he would have been known in existence at the time in previous to his downfall. In the second, it is more to do with his younger self being brought back to life by means of possession of a young girl. There are the kind of similarities. These two films really show this similarity. That's not a bad thing in of itself, but it can be quite repetitive, really. Another issue about these films is that there are too many plot holes, too many kind of intricacies that really drown these films as well. But nonetheless, they are good films. Let's just name a couple. In the first book, the whole theme of or the first film, the whole theme of the books and the films is this idea of love. However, in the first book and film, we see that this is countermanded, contradicted by the statement of the centaur, Firenze, when he says that anyone who takes the blood of the unicorn is bound to have a half-life, a cursed life. In other words, that is what's going to kill Voldemort in the end. And I think as we go on, I will come back to these points as well. In the second film, there's an even greater kind of discrepancy. So right at the end, you have the titular character, Harry Potter, trying to rescue the victim, in this case, Ginny Weasley. But as he's doing this, he is fighting a basilisk. The basilisk ends up piercing him and he almost dies. And this leads to a kind of false kind of start, shall we say, an impromptu thing take place, and that is the coming of the Phoenix, the Hat, as a means of rescuing the titular character Harry Potter. But now, coming back to the main theme of this video, I just want to say that both of these films are great. They demonstrate some great realities about this world that J.K. Rowling has built. And the films flesh out this world as well in ways that are, to use the word, magical, but in reality, the way that it was fleshed out was marvellous.